What's up, guys? It's Bobby Buckets, and I'm back for another video. In this video, I'll be going over the best shooting badges in NBA 2K21. If you haven't already seen my last video, I made a guard build, so I've been using that a little bit, been able to shoot. So I'm giving you guys the badges that I use and the badges I think that are best for shooting builds in NBA 2K21. So go check that video out if you want to see the build that I've been using as a guard, secondary and sharp, or primary in the rec and stuff like that. Also, if you haven't already, check out beanbagbuckets.com. Check out the Beanbag Bucket game and the B3 Blitz game. If you want to make an order, use the promo code BBuckets20 for free shipping, and it supports me as well. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so as you can see, these are the shooting badges that I have been using on this build. I have 25 shooting badges, so that, that's a lot. I have like a 85 3-ball. So these are, I'm going to go through all the shooting badges in general and tell you guys whether I think they're useful or not and what type of builds I would use them on. So first, catch and shoot. Obviously, you can see I have it on Hall of Fame. This build is supposed to be a sharp secondary, so I would definitely run it on Hall of Fame if you're in that role. I would not use it if I'm a primary guard where I'm dribbling a lot and stuff like that. I would not use catch and shoot unless you have just that many shooting badges and you put it on something lower. But I use it on Hall of Fame. On this build, corners, maybe gold or Hall of Fame, depending on how many shooting badges you have. Obviously, it's good. It's going to help in catch and shoot situations. It's that simple. It's going to give you a boost that way. Clutch shooter, I don't use it. I think if you have, like, say you're a pure shot and you have 30 shooting badges, you can put something on. It's really just going to help you in the last 2 minutes where, you might not miss a shot. But, it's not going to help you for the whole game. Corner specialist, I don't have it on this build. I would say on this build, I would use it if I shot a lot of fades going towards the corner or something like that. That's really good. But in this, when I play prom and stuff like that, I'm usually spotting up on the hash, so, it's not going to activate. Now, on corner builds, I think these is definitely a badge you want to have either Hall of Fame or gold, whether you're a lock, power forward in the pro-am scene, or if you're playing park or something like that, you're going to be in the corner a lot. Corner specialist is good because it's going to activate just a ton, because that's where your shots are coming from. Deadeye, as you can see, I use it on Hall of Fame. What this is going to do is going to help when pretty much with contest. So it's going to help you make shots with contests when defenders are closing out, obviously. Which I think it's good on Hall of Fame. You can go a little lower if you want to put it on something else, but I think it's good on Hall of Fame. And if you don't know, me being with the Pacers, they had a video last year talking about the diamond. You can see I got that same diamond with Deadeye, Green Machine, Hot Zone, and Range Extender. Deep fades, I don't use this at all. I don't know how OP it is or not, but I know post fades are not as good as they were in 2K20. So I don't really fade at all, but it might still work. I've seen people green fade, so it's possible, but I personally just don't use it. Difficult shots, this is obviously going to help you with pull-ups and shots off dribble, moving shots and stuff like that. At the beginning of the year, I know everyone knows in the park and stuff like that, fades and stuff were really good. So I had it higher actually, but I just moved it to silver for Pro-Am. And it's still a good badge though if you're going to shoot fades, late shot clock, stuff like that. Or if you're in the park, you're going to shoot a lot of fades. Like, you can even go higher and put on Hall of Fame if you're playing park, stuff like that. Flexible release. So this I have on gold. I don't know if you guys seen it or you guys check out NBA 2K Labs, their YouTube, but they did a video on flexible release. And this badge helps on a lot of, pretty much if you white, it's going to help your shot. So last year it was really only on early and late releases, but in the 2K Lab video after they tested the badge, it helps on slightly earlys and slightly late. And at gold, I think most of the shots it was like a +6 or 7%, which is a lot for whites. It's gonna help your whites go in, and it's a lot better than last year when it was only helping if you really mistimed your jumpers. So flexible, I have it on gold. That's where I think you should have it if you're gonna use it. On my corner build, I don't use it just because I'm trying to challenge myself some, but I think flexible, if you're shooting a lot of whites and stuff, it's definitely going to help you make more of them. Green Machine, I have it on Hall of Fame. I heard some people saying that you should only have it on silver, so I haven't tested it, but since I only have, I'm on a shooting build, so I have 25 shooting badges, so I'm going to put it on Hall of Fame. Pretty much if you green after that, you should be able to keep greening easier than it was before, and you're just going to really get on fire. But I would say if you're in a corner build, you probably don't need it as high because you're not going to have as many shots. So, you green one, but if you don't get the ball again, then it doesn't really matter. Hot start. Personally, I don't use this. I know some people use it because pretty much if you make your first shot, it's going to help you until you miss. So, this is kind of similar to clutch shooter for me, where it might help you at the beginning of the game, but later on the badge is useless for the rest of the game. So clutch shooter and hot start, kind of opposites, one beginning, one at the end. Hot zone hunter, I think this is the most important shooting badge. Every player that can shoot should have hot zone hunter on, and you got to get your hot zones though first. So get your hot zones, put hot zone hunter on. I would put it on Hall of Fame. If your highest is gold, put it on gold. 2K Labs also did a test on this, and like they said, even last year it was really good. This year it's really good again. So definitely put this high. Ice in the veins, this is just for free throws. I personally don't use it at all. But I really don't think it's that. It's kind of like clutch shooter again and hot start. It only helps on free throws in late games, or I think maybe end of half, so I don't think it's useful. Pick and popper. Obviously, if you're a popper, maybe you want to use this, but I don't use it. I'm not setting screens, nothing like that. It would be just for bigs. And even with poppers, sometimes it's not good because you have to actually set the screen and hit someone before it activates. So if you quick slip or a quick pop, it's not going to activate unless you set someone's screen. Pump fake my show, I just don't think it's used. Like, I don't know really you're going to pump fake that much and it's being useful. So I don't think that's a useful badge. Range extender, Hall of Fame. This pretty much is going to help you shoot from further. I know it activates on long middies and also pretty much at the top of the key threes where you're going to be able to shoot from farther. It's a really good badge. If you're a guard or a sharp, I would definitely use range extender because you're going to be shooting from the top. Corners, if you're in the corner, you don't really need it unless you're going to like hash stop and stuff like that. Or if you just feel comfortable coming in transition, pulling from the hash, stuff like that for locks, it can be good. But for me, I use it on my corner. I have it on silver. So slippery off ball, this is a good badge for sharps and stuff. Sometimes it's going to help you with dexing and creating separation when you're dexing. Especially for like pure sharps is really good. For guards, obviously you don't need it because you're going to have the ball in your hand. And for corners, you're not really dexing much, so I don't think you really need it. On this build, I could use it on here. I would probably, if I wanted to use it just to test it, I would take off flexible probably and put it on slippery off ball to see if it helps me get open more. Steady shooter. Now this is a good badge if you're taking a lot of heavies or like late shot clocks. You want to be like, yo, just hit me. I'm gonna shoot the smothered or whatever. Sometimes they'll go in. I've seen last year 100% smothers were going in because of Hall of Fame steady shooter. So I'm assuming it's the same, but I haven't really used it because I don't try to take contested shots like that. Tireless shooter, I don't have it on this build because I'm playing secondary, but if you're a guard, you should definitely have this. You're dribbling a lot. It's going to help you when your fatigue's down. You're going to be able to shoot. It's going to pretty much help you shoot when you're tired. So for me, I personally don't feel like I'm going to be as tired, so I don't need it as much because I don't have the ball in my hand dribbling. But if you're a guard, definitely use it. Corners who shoot don't need it at all. You shouldn't really be that tired. You shouldn't be, dribbling and stuff like that. But guards definitely must have, whether it's silver or bronze, whatever. If you have more badges, you can use it higher. But it's definitely going to help you when you're shooting off dribbling. Volume shooter. Again, I don't use this on this build, but if I'm playing primary guard, I would use this because you're going to take a lot of shots. This is pretty much just for your style. If you're taking a lot of shots, it's going to help. If you're not taking a lot of shots, it's not going to help you. That's pretty much the badge. So corners, you're not going to probably take a lot of shots. You don't need it. Sharps, depending on your playstyle, you might actually use this. And if your point guard's keeping you involved, use it a lot. I would use this if I'm playing park or something like that because I'm going to be the primary ball handler. And I would use it because I'm taking most of the shots. And point guards obviously should definitely have this on, whether it's silver or something. It's going to help you throughout the game when you're taking a lot of shots in the game. So yeah, that's all the shooting badges. I hope this helps you guys out. In the comments, let me know if you have any questions. I'll happy to go further into the badges, whether what your build is or pretty much what you should have each badge on if you're going to use it. Like I said, this is what I use for this build. I have a corner build where I will switch them around. And like I said, corner specialist. It depends on your build and your play style, what mode you're playing, park, rec, pro-am. But yes, that's all I have for this one, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.